When Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa parted ways, Hollywood buzzed. The woman who once charmed millions as Denise Huxtable had quietly stepped into a powerful new phase of her life. At 56, Lisa's radiant beauty and grounded presence left everyone wondering, what's her secret? But her transformation isn't just skin deep, it's the story of a woman who's constantly evolved, no matter what the world expected from her. The girl who didn't quite fit in. Before the glitz, Lisa was just a young girl growing up in a wealthy, mostly white neighborhood in LA. She often felt like she didn't belong, caught between identities, navigating life as an only child after her parents divorced. "I used to beg my mom for a sibling," she once shared, her voice layered with the ache of childhood loneliness. Then something clicked: acting. A friend invited her to a drama class, and for the first time, she felt seen. At just 16, she landed a small TV role, setting the stage for everything to come. The rise of Denise Huxtable. In 1984, Lisa joined The Cosby Show as the stylish, free-spirited Denise. She had no idea that role would make her a household name. From 1985 to 1989, the show dominated ratings, and Lisa became one of the most beloved young stars on TV. But the fame felt heavy. While America adored Denise, Lisa yearned to explore more than just the good girl image people expected of her. She wasn't interested in just playing a role, she wanted to grow, even if it meant stepping off the path that made her famous. Breaking the mold. At 18, Lisa made a bold move. She took on a controversial role in Angel Heart, an intense, R-rated film that shocked fans used to her sitcom charm. But for Lisa, it wasn't about the shock, it was about freedom. She wasn't just Denise. She was an artist. And she was ready to take risks, even if the world didn't understand. That drive, to live authentically, not perfectly, would come to define her. Love, loss, and finding herself again. In the mid-80s, Lisa met rising rock star Lenny Kravitz. They clicked instantly, moved in together, and eloped on her 20th birthday. Soon after, she became pregnant with their daughter, Zoe. But not everyone embraced this chapter. A Different World, the Cosby Show spin-off created for Lisa, quickly wrote her out when producers refused to include her real-life pregnancy in the show's story. She chose to leave, not compromise. It was a tough call, but it showed her growing strength. Being a mother changed everything for Lisa. "Having Zoe saved my life," she later said. That love grounded her and gave her the courage to make decisions on her own terms. A new life, a new love. After her split from Kravitz in the early 90s, Lisa took a step back from Hollywood. She moved to a quieter part of California to raise Zoe away from the spotlight. She dabbled in film roles here and there, but mostly, she focused on healing and growing. Then in the early 2000s, she met Jason Momoa. Their connection was instant. He had actually crushed on her since childhood. They built a life together over 13 years before marrying in 2017, raising a beautiful blended family with their children Lola and Nakoa Wolf. Evolving in every way. Lisa slowly returned to acting, taking on roles that aligned with who she had become: mature, soulful, deeply rooted. She appeared in Enemy of the State, High Fidelity, The Red Road, and Ray Donovan, each role chosen with care. Through it all, she managed to balance motherhood, love, and her artistic identity, something few in Hollywood ever pull off. The split and the shift. In 2022, Lisa and Jason announced their separation. Fans were stunned, but the truth is, they had quietly parted ways more than a year earlier. Their statement spoke of transformation and change, and it wasn't just PR. Lisa had been evolving behind the scenes all along. Rather than fall apart, she leaned into the moment. Her story is not about heartbreak, it's about rebirth. A woman fully herself. Today, Lisa Bonet stands as a symbol of quiet resilience. She's weathered fame, heartbreak, reinvention, and motherhood with grace. Her transformation isn't about a makeover, it's about finally being seen for who she really is. Not just Denise. Not just a celebrity's ex. But a woman who's written her own story, page by page. When Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa announced their split, the world paused. Their joint statement spoke of mutual respect, transformation, and freedom, but behind those carefully chosen words was a deeper, more personal truth. According to those close to the couple, their separation wasn't born of conflict or scandal. Instead, it came down to something far more relatable. They simply started wanting different things from life. Two paths, one love, for a while. Jason was riding the wave of a major career boom. After years of hustle, he had finally become a household name with Game of Thrones, See, and Aquaman. He was constantly traveling, filming, and chasing opportunities. Jason's career is taking off in a huge way, and he's loving it, one insider shared. It's fulfilling for him, and he's going all in. Lisa, on the other hand, had carved out a quieter, more grounded life in Los Angeles. She was more focused on stillness, on being present, nurturing her spirituality, and staying close to home. She wasn't interested in months-long shoots in remote locations. She wanted simplicity, stability, and a slower pace. Their lives, once perfectly intertwined, began pulling in opposite directions. They just wanted different things, a source told US Weekly. Jason wanted to travel and explore. Lisa wanted to stay home, cook, read, and write poetry. No drama, just distance. What's striking is how gentle their split was. There was no big fallout, no bitterness. Instead, it was a gradual realization that their paths no longer aligned. The love was still there, it just looked different now. They continued to support each other as co-parents and friends. Their bond, while no longer romantic, remained strong. "The love between us carries on," they said in their joint statement. "We free each other to be who we are learning to become." That's not just poetic language, it's truth. Their evolution as a couple became a reflection of the deep respect they still held for one another. Lisa's post-divorce glow-up, but not the kind you think. After the breakup, Lisa didn't turn to social media or public statements to define her next chapter. She turned inward. Her transformation wasn't about looks, it was about alignment. She focused on herself, on her peace, and on what truly mattered to her. At 56, Lisa Bonet still looks stunning, but what people are really noticing is her energy. Friends say she seems lighter, more radiant, and full of life. A huge part of that comes from how she takes care of herself. She's been consistently active for years, doing African dance, Pilates, yoga, and hitting the gym. "I live for that dance class," she once said. "I stumbled into it and never stopped." But even more powerful than her fitness routine is her decision to stay off social media entirely. While so many celebrities live online, Lisa has chosen to be fully present in real life. She doesn't scroll through her phone while with her kids. She connects, with nature, with people, with her own spirit. Living on her own terms. Lisa has also stepped back from acting, taking on fewer roles to focus on her personal growth. She spends time writing poetry, practicing pottery, and exploring spirituality. Those closest to her say she's never seemed more at peace. One friend put it perfectly, "This Lisa, the one who came out of that marriage, is the most authentic version of her we've ever seen." Her public appearances, though rare, speak volumes. She walks red carpets not with flash, but with grounded confidence. There's no forced reinvention, no loud declarations. Just calm, quiet self-assurance. A modern woman in a noisy world. What makes Lisa Bonet's transformation so inspiring is that she didn't follow the usual playbook for post-breakup celebrities. She didn't jump into a new relationship or chase headlines. She chose a different kind of rebirth, one rooted in self-awareness, peace, and authenticity. Even more remarkable is her bond with both Jason and her ex-husband Lenny Kravitz. Together, they continue to co-parent with grace and unity, always putting their kids first. Lisa Bonet's story isn't about losing someone, it's about rediscovering herself. Her evolution reminds us that transformation doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes, the most beautiful glow-up is the one that happens quietly, from the inside out.